All right, UFC 324 this weekend. It's going to be, Jeremy. I think this weekend is going to be really exciting for many reasons. You've got a really big card, just loaded card when you go from top to bottom. What it starts with, what it ends with, and we could talk probably all night about all of these fights individually because there's a lot of really good fights. But then you add on top of it that it's the first ever event for the UFC of the year, the first numbered event, but also the first numbered event on Paramount Plus with their new $7.7 billion deal. I know we talked about that deal going through, but I mean, I don't know. I look at this whole card from top to bottom. Of course, ending it with Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight title as Ilia Topuria steps away for a little while. I think this is going to be a really fun weekend.
100%, man. I mean, Justin Gaethje has been unbelievable. I mean, having a record of 26-5, and fighting someone like Paddy Pimblett, same kind of stipulation for being 23-3. But that's the main card. I mean, there's obviously then they got the co-main card. That's really what I'm looking forward to. And of course, one particular person I'm really, really looking to eagerly see get back is Sugar Sean O'Malley at 18-3. But don't get me wrong, he doesn't have just an easy slouch to come and fight against. I mean, he's got Sonda Young. I mean, he's a really, really good scrappy fighter. He knows how to get into that submissions. Then he's a real strong technical fighter. But I mean, you said it the best, Josh. I mean, you look at throughout the entire card. Doesn't matter what it's for the early prelims or the preliminaries. I mean, it's just a stacked lineup, and like you said, you wanna start with a bang for UFC on Paramount Plus. I mean, there's no real other way I would honestly wanna start it. I mean, another what I happen to be looking through just for the preliminaries, I mean, you got Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. If I said that name pretty decent, I'm gonna give myself some credit here. I mean, a lot of times I see that, I just think alphabet soup. That's what I'm just gonna say. But,
Well,
I
and
mean
you talk about Paramount Plus compared to ESPN. Starting off there, I think that's a huge step for UFC fans
mhm.
because you go from back in the day when UFC was just on Spike TV, and that's when I first kind of got into UFC, and
Yeah.
you were able to just easily access it through cable. But then they had some pay-per-view events sprinkled in there, and then they got this deal with ESPN where every single fight you're sitting there spending 80 or $90 on every single fight, plus your ESPN Plus subscription. So it
Mhm,
was just so much more expensive. Where now, instead of having to pay, let's see, it would have been around $1,100 per year annually for ESPN Plus and all of the each individual event. Now you just pay like whatever it is, 100 some dollars for Paramount Plus, and you can get every single numbered event right there included in your subscription. So I think that's huge. I'm really excited about that. Of course, so far you haven't had as many. It would be one thing if they went over with some streaming service that didn't have as many. A streaming service that had problems with live streaming and stuff like that. But Paramount Plus has done NFL games on there for a while and usually don't have any issues there. So I'm excited. I think that this is a really good thing, and of course for the UFC, they make a lot of money from it.
yeah, the one thing that UFC loves to do is especially make money just so you can see these guys fight for a good chunk of change, but I mean, that's besides the point, but it definitely does save a lot of the guys like us, obviously saving a little bit in the bank compared to having to drop a good chunk of change when it was on ESPN, but I mean, still no disrespect to ESPN by any means necessary. I mean, I'm still gonna chime in on a lot of things on ESPN, but I mean, it just came down to the stipulation to where it's saving a lot of people money, and it's still gonna bring in a lot of money towards the UFC and just Paramount in general. I mean, Paramount Plus is already one thing that a lot of people have, but I mean, adding this kind of reputation for guys like us, especially, we love watching UFC. I mean, it just makes it a lot simpler because I already have Paramount Plus. I know you already have Paramount Plus. I mean, it's just one simple little thing that we have to tweak with. But I mean, it also does get a little bit crazy just because you have to bounce through so many different subscriptions. I mean, like between ESPN, Paramount Plus, and this and that, and blah blah blah. But I mean, it's just coming down to the point to where it's just making it easier for everybody like us. But I mean, going back to the fight cards here, Josh, because I know you and I could definitely talk a lot
Well,
of money.
before you get there, let's start off because I want to bounce a little bit into the prelims.
Okay.
There's a lot of fun ones. I think like the Michael Johnson fight against Alexander Hernandez. That's one that I was looking at. I know you brought up. I think you brought up. Did you bring up Nikita Krylov? That was another one that I saw. Alex Perez against Charles Johnson. There's some fun ones in there, but I know we don't have enough time to just sit here and talk about all of them. I know one big one that I think will really stand out is Umar Nurmagomedov against Dievsen Figueredo. I know we're going to butcher these names, but that's okay. People know who we're talking about. That's all that really matters. I think this is a fun one. I'm interested in this fight, although I think I really heavily lean one way, and I want to hear your thoughts. Umar, the brother of Khabib, or at least relative, I believe brother of Khabib, suffered his first career loss about a year ago to Merab Dvalishvili in the title fight there against him. Tough loss, but I don't know. I mean, Merab is just a different animal. So to see how Umar fights back will be very interesting. Of course, this is a bantamweight fight here, and I think that with uh, with Umar, if he were able to win this fight, it would put him back towards the right direction of being back into contention again for a belt, which I think is what's fun about this. And of course, Jeffson, I think this is just a fight for him. I mean, it's a guy that's fought a lot of fights. 31 fights is what I'm seeing in his professional record at 25-5-1. He's 38 years old, so kind of getting older. And recently lost to a couple of times at 135 to both Peter Yan and Corey Sandhagen, two really good fighters. So just really fun. I think this is a fun one between two guys that have not lost a lot, but it does lean really heavily in Umar's favor when you look at the betting lines, where he's minus 1450. And then
Really?
yeah, Figueiredo is plus 850. So if you bet
Wow.
10 bucks, you could win 85 bucks off of that. So just really, really crazy to see the underdog odds on that. But I think the fight should be closer than what the odds say they are personally.
Yeah, that's kinda what I was thinking. I mean, we can look at all these things here and see what each particular betting process, like, for where they look at the overall picks for what they have in their situation, but to me, and I know you're probably thinking a little bit the same boat, that don't mean a whole bunch just because you can say what you want about certain fighters, and they come out, and then they completely blow you out of the water. I mean, Umar is a great fighter. I mean, only having that one loss, but I mean, the one loss obviously is going to be one of those moments to where it's gonna piss you off. I mean, that's how it is with any kind of fighter when you give your first loss. But I mean, Dearson, on the other hand, like you said, being 38 years old compared to Umar being 30, I mean, having an 8-year difference is crazy to me. But I mean, they have a lot of similarities on stats. Both obviously at the 135-pound weight class. Then the reach is a inch more significant for Umar than for height wise. It's 3 extra inches at 5.7 compared to Stevenson at 5.4. But I mean, I think Umar is gonna he'll want to come out hot, but I mean, we've talked about this numerous times. The last thing you want to do is come out and just give all your energy into the first round and a half, get in that late second round, then you're completely gassed, so you can go back in the corner and your trainer's telling you you need to slow down, just pick him apart and just let the fight go and just find that one small weakness. But don't get me wrong, Dearson can definitely hold his ground, but I think looking at Umar having that younger age category, just in that perspective, I think that's going to give him a more significant of an advantage, just because I mean having a little bit of a younger age and that stamina work. But don't get me wrong, both of these fighters train heavily on stamina. I mean, you could say a whole lot about both of these guys, Josh, but I
Well,
mean,
and
what
especially with Umar being in that Khabib camp. I mean, one
yeah,
thing's for certain, you know, there's going to
such a
be some
gruesome
really good
camp.
grappling. You're going to he's a phenomenal wrestler, get you to the ground and kind of suffocate you type of fighter. So
Mhm.
I think I lean very heavily towards Umar. I'm surprised to see the odds as much in his favor as they are, but also I think he has strong title implications with a win. With a loss, he really puts himself pretty far out of contention and really needs to prove himself to Dana and the rest of the upper management if he loses this one. So I think it's really important. I guess by what you're saying, you think Umar over Figueiredo?
Yeah, I got Umar over Figueroa.
All right, like it. Let's go on to another one up into the prelims. So first, Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. This is one that I think is going to be really fun. The 29-year-old Brazilian Gene Silva, just a knockout artist. Honestly, just I think this is going to be a very fun one. Again, it's a stacked card, but Arnold Allen, another guy that I think he just came off of a pretty big win over Chikadze back in 304. So it's really interesting to see. He's a technical boxer type fighter. Arnold Allen is, and so I'm really interested. I think this is a very close one, hard one for me to pick. I want to lean Arnold Allen, but man, Gene Silva is just an animal, very athletic, can do a lot of things. Um, and yeah, I think really cool. And fun thing with Gene Silva too. Only one loss, and the first UFC loss came from Diego Lopez back in the last fight that he had. So I think I want to lean Arnold Allen, but when I look at the fighting styles and just how athletic Gene Silva is, that's kind of where I lean in this one.
Yeah, I was already kinda going from the jump with Gene Silva, but Arnold Allen is like you mentioned, he's one of those kind of competitors having that big time boxing background, that's gonna be a big significant difference, especially when you're in the center of the ring, and they're gonna have their arms up, covering their faces, and they're gonna try to get those quick jabs in, but, I mean, Gene Silva is just one of those he's a scrappy guy that can truly come out of nowhere and just really surprise you, but E either way, Josh, no matter who wins this fight, we all know it's gonna be a heck of a fight between Allen and Silva, but, I mean,
I didn't
I
realize that it's been, since 2024 that Arnold Allen fought. So he
has
took
it
the
really?
entire 2025 off. I mean, he has gone through a
Wow,
lot of injury problems and stuff. I just didn't
true.
realize it's been that long. So, looking at that too and seeing that, that I mean, it's hard to shake off that rust and to come in against a dude that's really hot. I know he's coming off of a loss, but in Gene Silva, that's where I think this one could turn this featherweight fight into an ugly one.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, coming off of that one loss, you know he's definitely gonna have some anger built down inside of him, so, I mean, what other better way to let some anger out than being able to throw down UFC 324 against Arnold Allen, but it's still at the end of the day, Josh, this is gonna be a really, really fun fight for Gene and Arnold. Just make sure the biggest thing that I can sincerely say between both fighters for this kind of fight and we say this throughout the entire fight. Don't let your guard down. Let the don't let any kind of simple weakness show on that other fighter. I mean, we've seen people getting punched, kicked in any way, shape, or form, and the immediate moment that they show a sign of pain, yeah, they're gonna be on it like a shark to blood. But I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, Josh, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Another one I'm looking forward to is a women's fight. You've got Rose Namajunas against Natalia Silva. Rose Namajunas, who I think will go down as one of the greatest women fighters of all time, and she's a two-time former UFC strawweight champion. This is in the flyweight division that this fight is going on. So she's actually trying on her path to be the first woman to hold titles in two different weight classes. So she's I think one of the best women fighters ever. I believe that I saw something where the UFC had already confirmed. I don't know if it's 100% confirmed or if this is just a report going out with a lot of drama behind it or maybe storylines. But winner of this fight very well has a very good chance to go on to fight Valentina Shevchenko for the title. So uh, Rose Namajunas, it's been a while since we saw her fight. It was June of 2025. I guess kind of normal timing for UFC. Kind of have to get used to that. But uh, big win over Miranda Maverick. And then we've got uh, Natalia Silva, who was a Brazilian. Just if you watch Natalia Silva, she's extremely explosive. Just kind of throws everything at you all at once kind of fighter. Just really good and just has a lot of stamina. That's where I kind of worry for Rose Namajunas going into this fight is just how Natalia Silva can just go and go and go with the foot on the gas pedal the whole time. And the last fight that she had was a really good win over Alexa Grasso, which was by decision, but really good win there for Natalia Silva. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, the winner of this one very likely to get a shot at Shevchenko for the title.
Yeah, if whoever gets this is gonna be an unbelievable fight. You brought it up, Josh, and you kinda beat me to the punch, but Natalia Silva, I mean, no pun intended for what I just said, but I mean, the amount of stamina that she has, it's absolutely insane. Just as I mean, it's as corny as it sounds. I mean, Natalia Silva for how much stamina that she can put, it honestly seems like with being able to have a reserve tank on the back of her, and then all of a sudden when it gets down to crunch time, she just flips a switch, and then all of a sudden she has another whole gear, is what it seems like for fuel. But Rose Namajunas, she's got her work cut out for her. Natalia Silva is known for being able to throw down, then get in really good grappling position. But Rose Namajunas is same situation. She knows how to get in this grapple and knows how to throw you off your game. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but Namajunas, she's a southpaw, correct?
I think so.
That's what I was trying to think off the top of my head, but I couldn't remember exactly
I
if
guess
memory
I
served me
mean it
correctly.
feels like such a long time since I've seen her fight, but so yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but I think you're right.
I mean, it to me, it just seems like whenever you get fighting with the southpaws, like it just seems like it just hits different. Again, no pun intended. But I mean, I'm
You're
really
just
looking
throwing that
forward to
out there
this.
because we're both lefties on here talking.
Yeah, maybe, allegedly, you can never know. But I mean, it's gonna be a really, really good fight. But going back to what you were talking about, you were talking about the Kayla Harrison versus the Amanda Nunez fight, or it was the Grasso versus Nama Nunez, correct, Josh?
Yeah, the Grasso, Alexa Grasso.
Okay. For what it shows on my end, I don't know how updated my stuff is, but it shows on my end that that fight got canceled.
Um, yeah, so that one, I believe. See, maybe I said the wrong names. So I'm talking about. Rose Namajunas was supposed to fight Alexa Grasso, but now
Okay.
that's why Natalia Silva stepped in for this fight.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
I just
think the
misheard
one
you.
that I was talking about was, I believe it was Natalia Silva who beat Alexa Grasso in her last fight. That's what I was
Okay.
mentioning earlier.
Okay. I just got my things mixed up here, but
No, you're all
no.
good. No, you're right though, and so I mean it's another aspect to this fight that I think is fun. When you see two fighters expecting to fight someone else, or one not even really prepared in this specific camp, but steps in anyways, and with so much on the line. Really looking forward to it. Main card fights, I think Waldo Cortez Acosta against Derrick Lewis. I mean, as long as his balls aren't hot, I mean, he's gonna show up and show out. Derrick Lewis just
Oh, son of
I
a
had to bring it up, but 40-year-old stepping into the ring against a 31-year-old, just so fun to see Derrick Lewis come back. I was looking up the betting lines, and I thought like, man, I would put a little bit of money on Derrick Lewis just because of how iconic he is, but I don't think he's going to win. And On a lot of the sporting books, I'm just seeing him around plus 280, 320, somewhere in there. Not as
Really?
big of an underdog as I thought he would be, just the way that
Wow.
Vegas does these things. So, I was like, man, like they really think this is going to be really, really close one. But I think it's going to be kind of this clash between Derrick Lewis, who's going to be kind of more your pure punishing power, I guess, like just coming at you with a big fist and trying to clobber you, compared to more of that volume, just a lot of strikes, very controlled type of
Mhm.
boxing from Acosta. So I think I'm surprised that Vegas thinks this one's so close. I know that seeing Derrick Lewis back out there, I'm gonna be cheering for him. I love I don't know. There's again, he's just iconic for, well, my balls are hot. So he does hold the UFC
Oh
record
my
for most
god.
knockout victories in heavyweight history with 15 finishes.
Mm,
He's definitely that one punch knockout type of threat. So if he can get that good hook in on Cortez Acosta, he's got the chance. It's just I think Acosta has that higher input. So I was looking it up. Let me find it. Um, he lands 5.79 strikes per minute with 56% efficiency. And
wow.
so I mean, just crazy. So he throws a lot of punches and he's very accurate with them. So it's very high paced and very well controlled. That's why I lean towards Cortez Acosta in this fight. But I hope the best for Derrick Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, I hope nothing but the best for Derrick Lewis. Hopefully by now he's got a fan sponsorship so his balls don't get too hot.
He
But
no,
I
he
mean,
has the Manscaped sponsorship. Have you seen that? So
that is true.
he
I kind of
has
forgot
that. So
about
he
that.
got deodorant for his balls, so his balls aren't hot.
That's the last thing you need is hot cross balls, but I mean, the last thing you also get off that topic here. I mean, hopefully we don't get in the moment to where we have to keep wondering where's Waldo. But I mean, if he does all of a sudden find that hook from Derek Lewis, then we're gonna be wondering where's Waldo. Yep, he's laying on the ground. Then he's just seeing stars. But I mean, still, it's gonna be a really really fun fight. I'm really curious to see how much but that age factor is going to play a big effect, like you said, Josh. Derrick Lewis being 40, Cortez Acosta is 34 years old. I mean, it's definitely crazy to see what Derrick Lewis is able to bring in the octagon. But I mean, if he does win, I mean, would it be wrong not to say it, or do you think if he were to say it, then the UFC would tell him, "Hey, you gotta knock that crap off. We can't keep having you say this." But I mean,
I don't think Dana would ever cut somebody off of what they're about to say. I think he
yeah.
loves it. He's all for the show.
I mean, if they didn't cut off Conor McGregor saying he wants to absolutely apologize to absolutely nobody, I mean, I don't think he really cares. So,
Double champ
but
apologizes for nobody.
there you go. Oh shoot!
No,
But
I'm
yeah,
looking forward to it. It's fun to see Derek Lewis back in the octagon. And you're
hmm
right too. I had 31 down for Acosta, but he is 34. I had to look it up. I was like, which one is it? I think I said 31, and I looked at my notes. I just have the wrong one, but still, pretty big age gap, 6 years,
yeah,
6 years
6 years is
difference.
big.
And Waldo Cortez Acosta is 16-2 in his professional career too.
That's
So
crazy.
really good fighter. Uh, all right, talking about Dana not wanting to stop anybody for what they're going to say because he's all for the show. We have, and I'm sure if you're a UFC fan at all, you already know we have a new co-main event because it's not Kayla Harris anymore. Kayla Harris was supposed to be taking on Amanda Nunes. Kayla Harris chickened out. No, I'm just kidding. She she had an injury that UFC doctors said that they should really reconsider. And so they reconsidered and pulled her out of that fight. And so we get the co-main event of Sean O'Malley. He's stepping up in his career. He's stepping up from just a lowly prelim fight. I guess he would have been main card fight, but just not a co-main or even a main event. He's stepping up in the world to a co-main event. No, uh, he's definitely stepping down because he almost wasn't a co-main, but really cool to see him get this spotlight where it wasn't going to be granted. Sucks for him that he lost two in a row and just really ugly losses to Marab, but got a chance to really right those wrongs, come back. He's a highlight reel type of guy too. And so, you want to see him bounce back out on top, but like you mentioned a moment ago, he does go against Song Yedong, who is a very good Chinese rising bantamweight contender. He's a young dude, but he's already fought in 31, I think 31 total, 22 and 8
Yeah.
and 1. So just really interesting to see this one. He's another one of those guys that really wants to come out strong. He did come off of a victory. I believe the last one was over Henry Cejudo by technical decision. Uh, a win over Sean O'Malley would really elevate him to new heights that Song Yadong has not seen. So this is a fight that could do a lot of good for Song Yadong and getting him up into the rankings. And for Sean O'Malley, it would just re-solidify and give him some confidence back and get out there and start to win some fights the way that he used to. So really interested in seeing some of these. And I know there was some of these little I don't know, like we won't get into it, but a lot of drama has struck out. I don't know if you've seen any of that, but we can talk about that off air. So
Yeah.
really interested in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Sugar Sean O'Malley, ever since he's lost those last 2 fights, it just seems like everyone was thinking that Sugar Sean's career is coming to an end, but I mean, he's only lost 3 fights in his 18-3 career here in the UFC. You need to slow your roll and shut your mouth a little bit here just because he ain't done yet. But if it were to
But
happen,
two
if he
two in a row though.
that's the thing that makes me a little bit concerned though. But hear me out, Josh. I mean, if he were to go on and lose a third in a row, would a lot of people really think that I know I'm probably gonna get bashed for a lot about this, but some people will say if you lose 3 in a row, some people are saying that it might be time to hang it up, but I mean, Sugar Sean's only 31 years old, and UFC definitely does take a lot of beating and toll on your body, but, I mean, coming up against a guy like Song Yadong, I mean, like you said, upcoming rising in the bantamweights, he's been tearing it up, like you said, having a 22-8-1 record, but I think this is where Sugar Sean O'Malley gets his name back into some type of contention to say that, "Hey, Dana, I'm I'm still here. You need to give me some retribution, and I can put on a hell of a show." So
Well, and if
it's
he wins in like a Sugar Sean, Sugar Show type fashion,
forget
I
the
think
sugar.
he has an opportunity now because if Merab Dvalishvili still had the title, I don't think I don't think they're going to give Sean a third fight in that. And if I'm
Yeah,
Merab, I'm like, no, give me someone else. I already dominated him twice. So, but now that Peter Yan has that title, I think with the fact that you know, I believe Sean O'Malley's already beat Peter Yan. I feel like he's
yeah, he
already
has,
beaten him because I think that
he
was a
has.
really close match. Um, if that were the case, I was hearing rumblings of the 4th of July at the White House event in the summer, Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan. So
Really?
that would be pretty cool.
Oh,
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I really want to see Sugar Sean win a couple more before even getting that contention because he had all of this talk about him kind of being Dana's little prize child that he kind of gave him an easy path. I
mhm,
don't quite agree with it. I mean, I really don't agree with it at all. I don't think he had an easy path at all. Dana just put him in, and of course, Dana gets along with his fighters that are winning him money. So he's gonna help you out if you're helping him out and helping the company and proving that you're a good fighter. But I don't want that narrative to come back about if he gets the title right away. But I can understand a fast title. But Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong, who do you got winning this fight?
Song Yadong is a really, really good upcoming bantamweight fighter, but I think Sugar Sean knows what he needs to do, and he needs to sprinkle a little bit of sugar onto Song Yadong and say, "Hey, this is welcome to the Sugar Show." And I think this is where it's gonna be that moment to where Sean O'Malley gets his momentum going back underneath him, and I think he's gonna come out blazing and give me Sugar Sean O'Malley in this one.
I like it. I agree with you. I think Sugar Sean, and I think he comes out with a highlight reel type of victory. I
Yeah, I wouldn't be
think
surprised.
this one goes
I'm saying 3.
under 2.5.
I was pushing right at 3, but I'm
If whatever the line is, I'll look it up after because I might even take some action on that. I'm going to take under 2.5. I think Sean O'Malley shows that he's been working on some things. He comes out with a lot of energy, ready to fight and really wanting to prove himself. Comes out with a fashionable victory. That's what I'm looking forward to for one of the I mean, he's one of those guys that yeah, I mean, I don't like Sean O'Malley as a person, but as a fighter, he's so fun. So, I mean, who cares? If I'm cheering for a sport, I don't care so much, especially in the UFC. I've kind of
yeah.
put the how do I like him as a person, kind of put that out of it for the most part. Now, if I really like a guy as a person, I'm going to cheer a little bit more for him. But the one that we've all been waiting for, the main event of the evening on Saturday evening, same time slot as it was back whenever the UFC was with ESPN. It is going to be 5 for the early prelims, 7 for the prelims, and main card at 9. So this main event means that it'll probably start around 11:30 or so, and
Pretty much.
just a fun night. I mean, we always have a good time out at the Bigfoot Cave.
Watch Gaethje, yeah.
Yeah, going out there and having a good time watching these fights. But this one is going to be really fun. So Ilya Topuria steps away, opens up an interim fight now for the interim belt between two guys that I think are very much deserving. Paddy, the baddie, Pimblett, who I really want to see fight Ilya Topuria because of all the drama that dates back so far with him and Topuria. But then you've got Justin, the highlight, Gaethje, and I mean, just an amazing career, and he's really wanting to go out on a high note. And so this is one of his last fight. It could be his last fight. It could be. I thought the last one when he lost to Max Holloway, I think was his last fight. No, he fought since then.
No.
He fought since then. Who was his last fight?
Oh gosh, I had a
Raphael, right?
yeah. No. I'm gonna look it up. You
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
going,
Look it up
Josh.
because I forgot he did fight another one. But anyways, just a guy that is so fun. Has put on such amazing shows. The fight against Max Holloway, yeah, he lost. He really got beat that entire fight, but then to step up into the middle and to fight with Max Holloway when they point towards the center, and that was how you do it. You go in there and you either live or die, and
Mhm.
let's do it. I'm willing to die, and that just showed the heart of a champion. I believe he even won uh, a bonus for that too, even though he lost with the fight of the night. Um, just such a fun fight, and really fun fact too with him. He actually trains with Rose Namajunas, who's going to be in the same card. So that'll be pretty cool. But I mean, he's just a really fun one. Did you find that? What was his last fight?
From what it shows on my last fight, it was Raphael, so you were
Okay.
correct there, Josh.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
yeah. Raphael Fiziev or whatever his name is. Fiziev.
yes, I'm
Can't
not
remember,
even gonna
but
try and say it here.
yeah, I just I think Justin Gaethje deserves this fight because of the amazing career he's gotten, but Paddy Pimblett deserves it for the path that he's taken to get here. He's proven it time and time again. I think the one that really put him out there was coming out and beating King Green the way that he did. King Green sitting there sleeping for 10 seconds before the referee even realized he was out.
Yeah,
and
he was done.
and just a complete master at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's not many currently in the UFC quite as good as him
There's
at
few.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he's also a sorcerer. You don't get knocked out.
He just
I'm really fun, man. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be really fun and an amazing way to kick off UFC with Paramount, the first numbered event here in 2026. This is going to be awesome.
yeah, this is gonna be a heck of a fight, Josh. But I mean, there's a reason why they call him the highlight Justin Gaethje here, though. Like, this is gonna be one bad fight. I mean, Patty the Batty Pimblett is a amazing fighter. Then you look on the other side of the octagon, like I said, Justin Gaethje is in the same situation. The thing that we like to talk about is that age difference. Justin Gaethje has that 6-year age difference against Paddy the Baddy, with Paddy being 31, Justin being 37. But besides that, the biggest benefit of the doubt I can give Paddy the Baddy is having a 3-inch separation for their reach, which he's currently sitting at 73 compared to Justin sitting at 70. So that does give him at least a little bit of advantage for trying to get some distance spread out there, dead center in the middle of the ring. But that's besides the point. I would love to see another kind of a situation like that. At this point, dead center in the middle of the ring, said, let's put on a heck of a show for these fans who paid a lot of money to come and watch this fight. I mean, I know for sure I'd be hooting and hollering. Hell, I'd even go buy him a beer and just say, "Hey, thanks for putting on a heck of a show here." But I mean, just the caliber that both of these competitors bring is an unbelievable circumstance for this main event. This is the reason why it's the main event, because so many things that both of these fighters can bring to the table and inside the octagon. I mean, either way, Josh, it's really tricky for me to try and pick a winner here, but if I had to sincerely pick one here, I'm going with a highlight Justin Gaethje here, just because of, like I said, he's a highlight for a reason. But I would not be surprised if Paddy the Baddy all of a sudden showed him that stiff right hook and just make Gaethje look up to see the stars. But I mean, it's going to be a really good fight.
I know. So earlier on, I think this week, Patty said that he's had visions of him knocking out Justin Gaethje standing on the feet. And so I think that's how he really wants to win this one. And
Mhm.
that's how he's calling his shot. I know that's how he wants to, but the way that Justin Gaethje fights, the way that he gets himself in there, and he really is fearless, he puts himself in harm's way a lot, a lot more than I think he or
He
his
should.
coach care for him to. I think this one ends. I'm not sure what round to put this one in. I think this one ends by Paddy the Baddy submitting Justin Gaethje. Uh,
Wow.
that's mine, and then solidifying Paddy the Baddy as a true contender, the man that deserves the fight against Topuria whenever Topuria gets all his drama figured out, and whatever it is that's keeping him out, because that will be an iconic fight, one that you definitely do not want to miss. I love Justin Gaethje. I don't want to see him lose at all. I love both these fighters. That's what makes this one really fun. I'm seeing, let's see.
I'm just hoping this isn't going to be the last for Justin Gaethje, though.
I think if he loses, it's the last one. I think if he wins, he's going to try to go one more.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, Justin Gaethje's had a hell of a career, but I think obviously we've heard this a lot. The only person that control your destiny is yourself, and I think Justin Gaethje is, he wants to put everything he has out on the tank, but the last thing we want to see is him put the gloves in the center of the ring and walk out. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's going to suck if he does hang it up, especially after a loss. But I mean,
Yeah,
I believe in the kid from Liverpool. I think Patty can do it.
he's
And
tough.
he is a fun fighter. He has 12 first round finishes in his career.
Really?
That's incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. 10
Wow.
submissions, uh, 7 knockouts. Just incredible. An incredible fighter. Of course, Justin Gaethje, an incredible career too. But
Yeah.
anyways, that's it. Make sure to tune in. It is going to be an amazing fight night. The entire fight night is going to be so fun. UFC 324, Paddy the Baddy versus Justin Gaethje. Co-main is going to be Sugar Sean making his return against Song Yedong. Going to be a really fun one all the way through. We appreciate everybody so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, follow us on social media, find everything we do at rising2.com, and we'll catch you on the next one.